Hello, so this is day 4 of me chasing my crazy dream of trying to create a show or film for Netflix with no money or contacts. Hopefully I can inspire you to chase your crazy dreams as well. So, first of all, I've been reading this book and it's really good. It's really broken down story structure and what makes some stories good and others bad. Another thing I've learned from this book is rather than focusing on limiting categories and trying to come up with a story that fits within the confines of a genre, I've decided to come up with the story first. This way, whatever needs to happen in the story can happen. So in Story by Robert McKee, he states that a great story
is a great story because of empathy and because
we can empathize with the main character. And this is so true because when I think about characters who want to fall in love, characters who want to change their lives, characters who want to achieve sporting brilliance, and even characters who find themselves risking their lives, I can empathize with all of them. I can understand Daphne, I can understand Tommy, I can understand the Sunderland football players, I can understand Johnny,
and I can even understand Mulan.
And we don't actually have to feel sorry for characters. We can look up to them and actually envy them, but we do have to empathize with them. We have to understand why they want what they want. So the first thing that's important is the character has to want something. They have to want financial freedom, they have to want health, they have to want love. They can want anything, but they have to want something. A story without a driving force and a passive main character is a statement. For example, once upon a time there was a man sitting on a bench smoking a pipe. The end. It's a great image, but it's not a story. Whereas once upon a time there was a lonely man sitting on a bench smoking a pipe. He would often longingly watch families as they passed by his house, until one day he planned to invite one of the families round for lunch. With this, we can already see how giving the man a desire opens up the possibility for an outcome, for a change in his situation. As the audience, we now expect a story. In addition to a driving phase, understanding what the main character wants is the only way to ensure that the audience will care about what happens in the story. If we don't care, we won't watch, and this is so true. Again, according to Robert McKee, all of the best stories have characters who want something that are bigger than themselves. They're fighting for love, they're fighting for a home, to stop a war, to have a purpose. This is human nature. Deep down, we all know what actually matters in life. We want to feel heard, we all want to matter. We all want to believe we are good and not evil, and we all know what's worth protecting. So one thing I've learned is that if I find no one cares about my story, I need to change what my characters are fighting for. If no one cares, change what they're fighting for. I care deeply about characters who fight for others, who put their own desires and comfort aside to see the success of their loved ones. I think we can all respect characters who want to make the world a better place for others and not just themselves. With my mum being in hospital, it's forced me to think about losing her. Thankfully, she will make a full recovery, praise the Lord. But there were moments when we weren't sure, and I've spent hours missing her while she recovers and thinking of every reason why I'm grateful to have her as my mother. She was always putting others and their needs above her own. I always think about the years of sacrifice she made for my brother and I'm so blessed to have her as my mom. And that's exactly what I want to write about. I think this is what true love is. To love someone sounds so easy to do until it means sacrificing everything we hold dear to prove it. And that's what I want to write about. That's the kind of story I'd love to see on Netflix. So, onwards and upwards to day 5.